Right guys, welcome back to the channel. Today you join us at the NEC in Birmingham. We're here at Motorcycle Live. This is my girlfriend Christy. Welcome her to the channel. I'm going to give you guys a quick overview of any interesting bikes that are around, give you a walk around, so join us for that. We'll see what's going on. See you in a minute. Right guys, first up we have the all-new Suzuki GSX8S. Now this nice little bike you see is powered by a 776 dual overhead cam, 270 crank parallel twin, and I quote from Suzuki, "It delivers an abundant torque for flexibility suited to a range of riders," which sounds pretty interesting. Now, I really like this bike. If you have a good look at it, it has a nice angular front end. I think the rear tail is really nice, and overall quite an aggressive look. And when I sat on it, it was very comfortable, so the ergonomics are positive. The bike comes in 3 different colours, which is essentially blue, black and white, and an abundance of styling additions such as stylish seats, that is a quote from Suzuki's website, single seat cowls, USB sockets, anodized brake levers, etc. And as you can see from the video, also you can buy luggage for this bike, such as soft side case set and also a tank bag. Next up we have the long-awaited and muchly teased Honda Hornet. The 755cc parallel twin engine gives us about 90.5 horsepower, which isn't exactly going to blow away many of us, but it's still enough to have a bit of fun. I do have to admit though, after all the teasers and the sketches released by Honda, the final result was a little bit disappointing, but on paper this should have the likes to rival the MT-07. So the next bike on my list is the fantastic CCM RAF Benevolent Fund Spitfire. Now it has a base price of £18,000, however, hear me out. 100 of these motorcycles are going to be made, and each one of those is going to have a unique piece of Spitfire wing section added to it. Furthermore to that, £1,000 from each sale of the bike will be donated to RAF Benevolent Fund, so that's something you should really look up. It's a great fund and a worthy cause. And what really did stand out to me on this bike was the sheer quality of it. As you can see in the video, there's carbon fibre bits everywhere, which complement nicely the TIG welded trellis frame, the powerful Brembo brakes that are on that bike, and also the saddle leather luggage which is on the back, all looking very nice together. The bike has a unique paint scheme for this particular project, white wall tyres, and is powered by a single cylinder 600cc engine. CCM have done a video on this on YouTube, and I will link it below in the description, so check it out. Next up on the list we have this stunning looking Dot motorcycle. Now for those of you who don't know who Dot are, they are a motorcycle manufacturer out of Bolton, I believe, who have worked with the likes of Guy Martin, or so they claim to on their website. They customise 2 variants of motorcycle. They have the Dot Demon and the Reed Racer. Now I believe you can customise these to your individual requirements, so you can have different exhausts, etc, etc. And the power plant for this motorcycle is a 650cc parallel twin, I believe. The brakes on this bike are both from Brembo, and the suspension is both from Showa. The bike boasts about 68 horsepower and has a curb mass of 169 kilograms. The fuel capacity on this is 10 litres, and holding it all together, it is a trellis style frame. But definitely a bike that stood out to me, and one you should check out. I figured this wouldn't be fair to not have a 125cc bike in the mix, so I decided to add this little number in there. I think it's a great looking little 125. I wish this was available when I was 17 years old, but this is the Herald Brat 125. So this bike weighs 147 kilos. It's obviously a 125cc bike, has 14 horsepower, 6-speed manual, with a 10 litre fuel tank. It has LED headlights, rear light, LED indicators, USD front suspension, monoshock rear suspension, and a stainless steel exhaust which has a nice little bit of welding around it, you can see. The bike's available in copper, shadow black and titanium, and it will set you back £3,295, which is a pretty good price for what you're getting here, and a definite contender in the 125cc market. Next up we have the Benelli TRK 800. Now this bike has been longly awaited and was revealed in Milan. It boasts 76.2 horsepower and 49 foot-pound of torque at 6,500 RPM, Marzocchi forks which are fully adjustable, and Brembo front and rear brakes. Now the frame on this bike is a steel trellis frame and it utilises an aluminium swing arm along with a 7-inch TFT dash. It's definitely taken a step forward in terms of looks, way surpassing the TRK 502, which Benelli are probably hoping will bring their success to the UK market. They're mainly dominating the Italian market at the current time. It is obviously worth noting that Benelli are owned by QJ Motors and that the bike will be manufactured in China along with the other smaller models. It does seem, however, that Benelli are trying to distance themselves from those models, but it is worth noting that the SRT 750 from QJ Motors will share some components with this bike. Overall, however, I think it's a nice bike that looks great and I can't wait to see it in the UK. And that sums up my time in Motorcycle Live 2022, guys. Thanks very much for joining me. I will suggest a couple of things for you guys if you are planning on going to this event. We went about 10 o'clock, which was the opening hours on a Saturday, and it was hella busy when it got to around midday. I think most days are probably the same. We did note, however, that once it got to about 2 or 3 o'clock in the afternoon, it was much better. As you can see from this walking video, we could sit on every bike we wanted. There was no crowds. It does get a little bit hectic in there. So if you go midday, don't expect to get straight on the bike you want to get on. There'll be queues for certain bikes, especially if it's a newly released one, such as some of the bikes in the video today, like the Suzuki and the Honda. There were both crowds around both of those bikes, and it took us a little while to get onto them. But overall, a great event. I really enjoyed my time there. I hope you did too if you went. If not, enjoy the next time. If you found the video helpful and enjoyed it, please consider giving me a sub. I would much appreciate it. For now, as always, take care and I will see you on the next one.